Good morning, everyone. My name is Eric. I'm doing a recording for a tutorial of assigning jobs from Petronas from extract from their portal called Salesforce into TREMs. Okay, and let's get started. Firstly, you log in to their Petronas portal itself. The username and password is already in the PowerPoint presentation that I have shared with you. Okay, so let's log in. This is only on the non-POC cases, which is non-proof of concept cases. The normal equipment, what they call it, complaints that has been created by Salesforce. So there are regions here. If you go into all Titan equipment cases here, the site region that appears over here, right, is for the whole region, for the whole Malaysia, I would say, northern all the way to southern to Sabah, Sarawak. Okay, but what we do assign to is only to a few states, which is Kelantan, Terengganu, Pahang, Central, what do you call that? Central, Negeri Sembilan, Melaka, Johor, right? So the first thing when you come in, you go into cases, it will show you the recently viewed, right? Instead, I can actually do this and do this, and it will be pinned as, all right? So what we're going to look for are those cases that is supposed to be assigned to all our technicians or the supervisors in our regions, right? So the case that we're going to do is I've chosen this case. The case number is section 23 days. Okay, 00455-896. Okay. So once you click on it, right? Oh, sorry, back. Let's just be familiar with this first. Okay, what you're going to see is that these are the SLA indicators. All right, this is the prefix filtered view that we have already created for Titan All HQ regions. Right, this is Titan All HQ region cases. You can select. There are also proof of concepts POC cases, which is normally located here. So if you look at this, right, there will be different cases over here. There are 6 stations that is under POC, all right. Section 26 Shah Alam, Bukit Subang, Putra Heights, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have Glen Mary, a few others which I'll list down in my presentation file, in the PowerPoint presentation file. Okay, so the steps over here are slightly much different than the normal steps that I'm going to show you in this video, right? So let's go down to all HQ region, and what we see is that the case number 455896, once you click into it, right, and you will see vendor action, post. A lot of sections that we're going to use is actually these two, and then for us to check cases and all that. So I don't know whether, I think I'll do another separate video for that. Okay, what you can see here is the case information. All right, section 2 Wangsa Maju is the station name, or they call it the site name, right? And the account number over here, and this is the site ID. Now this ID is unique because if any of the station dealer changes hands, they change their account numbers. But as far as the site is concerned, this is permanent, right? So if Wang Samaju has changed hands, the name may appear the same, all right, or may not be appearing as the same, but the site ID will be the same, okay? Of course, the contact name is here. Now, as long as the case has not been assigned to us, you will see that this is not checked. The in processing is not checked. So that means it has not been inserted into TREMs yet. Okay. So if we were to look back, right, you will see that there are columns over here as well. As you can see, somebody has assigned this, all right? Then this is checked. This is not checked yet. That means it has not been assigned to TREMs. So our supervisors don't know about the job yet until it is assigned. The case that we picked up just now has not been assigned, right? If I were to click into it, you will see the case categories. This is our category, and case category on facilities, compound, no pressure, these retail facilities, equipment, tire inflator, right? And the SLA information is that it's in progress, right? The start date is actually 19th of November today at 10:36 a.m. Okay, but the case is created at a different timing, if I'm not mistaken. If you see that the date and time open here is November 19, 10:29 a.m. So what happens here is that when the case is created, if you to look at the related field over here and study the case history, right? What it shows here is the trail, the log trail of how the case was created. So it's created by the dealer. They call in to Mesraling people in Petronas. Once they do that, all right, they do the updates over here by this person, who is the, so to speak, customer service of Mesraling itself. And the status is new and it's assigned to Mesraling, right? So it's in the resolution queue, and Muhammad Sukri has picked up the case. And then after that, he will actually insert or program based on the tiering SLA itself, which there is another file that I should share with you. The plan end date is at what time, right? And what date. Okay, that means it's 3 days on the 22nd of November at 10:36 a.m. right? The case owner is assigned to Titan Malaysia. By right, it should be changed to Titan Oil and Gas, right? And then the status here is assigned to Mesraling, then Mesraling assigned to vendor. Okay. So back to the case itself. Okay, the starting of the steps is pretty straightforward, right? What we're going to do is that we're going to take this case number, highlight it, copy it, and then we will move into TREMs, and this is the login for our Titan Oil and Gas TREM system. Log in your ID, right? And to create a case, you have to go to Help Desk over here, right? Click New. Okay, and previously, what I'm doing is just pressing alternate tab to go into the previous screen or previous app. Okay, when you look at the site, it's called Section 2 Wang Samaju. Sometimes the name here will not be the same. Therefore, you have to verify by checking the site ID over here to see whether it matches with what we have in TREMs. Okay, so if I were to click here, this is the station name. That's where we're supposed to enter the field. Section 2, let's see, no, Section 2, maybe we go for Wangsa. You can see over here is Section 2, Wangsa Maju. So the RYW number is here 0976. They'll give you, this is a Jibaco station, Jibaco pump station, and it's tier 2, right? So once you click into it, right, check back over here. When you're familiar enough later, you don't need to do these verification steps, right? And RYB 0976, RYB 0976, okay? Once we have copied earlier the case number, right, we paste it over here under job number, right? So this is the job number, and the next step is station request type is always station breakdown. Request category is always click down to Mesuralink pump, right? Now, knowing that the SLA is 3 days, so this is rather normal, okay? That means the priority that we state over here is normally normal, but you got different categories here, right? Now, the reason for this is because that whenever the SLA information is given as, let's say, 6 hours, all right? 6 hours, 8 hours, 16 hours, 24 hours, or 1 day, right? Are all considered urgent cases. So in TREMs, what you're going to do is that over here you have to change it to urgent, right? If it's less than a day, anything less than a day, okay? So this is 3 days, so let's put it as normal, right? The reference number here is important. Go back to Salesforce, copy the SLA plan end date, right? And then you paste it over here in the reference number, okay? And the next step is that we have to key in the breakdown information, right? So the breakdown information, this is Wangsa Maju, right? Wangsa Maju, so it's situated at Wilayah Persekutuan, so the site region. The code for Wilayah Persekutuan over here is WP, okay? Then we put the SLA, sorry, WP, okay? Then we put the SLA as 3 days, right? And then what you paste over here, paste again over here, right? So that they know what is the end time, what is the SLA end time and date, okay? Then the next step, you go back to Salesforce again, go to below the dealer information. Over here is the description information. That means what is the problem that they are telling us, right, that needs to be fixed at their station. So we copy this tire inflator. It says here no pressure. Take this, copy, and paste over here. And the additional information normally is given over here. We just copy angin tak keluar, right? And then paste as well. So once that is done, you have to select the equipment type. So if it's pumps, it will go into dispenser, right? In this case, it's actually tire inflator. So what we do is we take the digital tire inflator over here, right? So if it's air compressor, it's air compressor, tank gauging or STP is auto tank gauging, right? OPT we don't use anymore, but if there are any OPT over here, we are not required to do it because it's no longer in our contract since November 2019, okay? So we select digital tire inflator, and then hang on, sorry, just refresh for a while. Okay, digital tire inflator, and the device number is not mentioned here. So normally the digital DTI, we put a dot like that, okay? There must be something in the text here. So the dot is there. Once you save it, what is given to you is the service log number by TREMs, right? This whole number itself, what we're supposed to do is you pick up the last four numbers, copy this, right? And you go back to Salesforce. So the step that you're supposed to do is that you click post over here and paste the number here. It's very important to put your name, okay? Right? And then you share it, okay? Vendor action, you must click this, that I accept this case assignment if it's under your case, right? If it's not a Titan equipment problem or not our area of fixing, then you click this to reject the case. So here we accept it. Okay, how to reject the case I'll do in another video for you, right? You click the editing pencil over here, then click on the checkbox and press save. Okay, so once that is done, right, you will see that it's assigned to vendor, and in the feeds itself is whatever that I posted earlier, the messages and all that, it will appear here. So it shows that when you check whether this case was created by whom and assigned by whom into TREMs, it will state over here. That's why the name will appear, right? When you key in. And in the related, when you look at the case history itself, it should have a new update. So from assigned to vendor, the in processing field has been checked by me, right? So that is what is happening. So basically for Salesforce itself, that's about it, right? Then after that, you pick up other cases. You can actually check and see from other cases over here, right? It'll give you the case number, but it doesn't give you or show you the region. So if you pick up cases like, let's say, let me see over here, is this any region? This is under Wilayah as well. So let's say if this one, and this is Johor, all right. So basically you get the idea. Let me see if this one, UPM Sedang is still under Selangor. Okay, inshallah. So sometimes when you click this, you won't be able to see what you will be seeing Penang, Ipoh, and all the other regions itself. So that's why we always look at Titan All HQ region over here, right? And you can see that this Johor case has not been assigned. This Wilayah case is 1 day, has not been assigned, right? If I want to do this, let's do this step again, right? I take this, right? And then this is SLA is 1 day. So this is Taman Keramat, right? I copy this. Okay, sorry. I want to take another case. Let's forget about this case. Try to continue later. Okay. Over here, after we have done this, right, for the previous case itself, what we're supposed to do is that only for Selangor and Wilayah, which is central itself, we don't need to assign the supervisor over here in the mechanic field, right? Over here, normally you can assign to the supervisors, and sometimes I even tag the technicians if I know who's going. But most of the time, as far as central region is concerned, the supervisor want to assign the jobs to his own technicians. So if there are Johor sites, let's say, okay, I would normally put, which is Mr. Kong Kim Choi, right? You can save it over here and it will register to him. So when it comes to job member in Johor case, you will see that if I pick up Kong, right, I want to see in this view on the print preview of today itself, what are his job load. It's okay, today there's nothing here, right? So it will appear in that sense. I will try to get another example so that I do another video on continuation. So at this moment, what happens is that once that is created, right, I go back here, and this case is already there. How is that? I take this, which is the snipping tool, click new, copy all the way down, right? And then after that, I click copy here, and I go to the assign group, assign jobs over here, right? And I paste it, right? And then I tag Azahari, okay? Then I'll send a message to him. Please take no. Okay. That's it. Okay. Once that is done, this step is completed. So I'll find another scenario to record part 2 of the video. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll end for now.